Hello, welcome to Knitting Nicely. I'm Danielle Oliver Chauvet, and today we're going to learn how to make a daisy stitch, which I used in the Marguerite Stoll pattern that I made for Expression Fiber Arts. That's these little daisy stitches. They're kind of cute and they kind of look like flowers, so I named them Daisy Stitch. So let's go. Okay, so the first step of Daisy Stitch is to knit the first row. So I've already done that in this blue color. And then the second row is where we'll begin. So first few stitches I'm doing on this are going to be a garter edging. So that just means knit every row on the first 4 stitches. So I'm going to knit those first 4. One, 2, 3, 4. And then we have to, in order to make those stitches nice and loose for the daisy, we're going to wrap our right needle 3 times and then knit. So we're going to do that 6 times. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. That's 3 yarn overs, and then knit into the next stitch. 1, 2, 3, knit. 1, 2, 3, knit. 1, 2, 3, knit. 1, 2, 3, knit. Okay, and then let's see if I have 6. So sometimes I lose my count. So a good way to see if I have the right count is I look at the little holes between my knits, because that's where I made my yarn overs. So I'm going to count those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 5, so I need 1 more. 1, 2, 3 yarn overs, and then knit. Now I'm going to put 1 knit stitch in the middle of my flowers. So I'm going to knit that 1 stitch. And now I'm going to make 2 more flowers for the rest of this little sample. So I have to do the 3 yarn overs and then a knit 6 times. So here we go. 1, 1, 1, 1. This is how I usually count it. 2, 2, 2, 2. 3, 3, 3, 3. 4, 4, 4, 4. You're going to end up with a lot of stitches on your needle at this point. 5, 5, 5, 5. 6, 6, 6, 6. Okay, and then I need 1 knit stitch in the middle between my flowers. And then I'm going to make 1 more flower. Get some more yarn here. So we're going to do 1, 1, 1, knit. 2, 2, 2, knit. 3, 3, 3, knit. 4, 4, 4, knit. 5, 5, 5, knit. And the last one, knit. Okay, and then I'm going to knit 1. And then I'm going to knit the last few stitches here. Okay, that's my garter edging. All right, so now we're going to turn it around, and we're actually going to be getting rid of all those super wrapped up stitches on this next row. Okay, so now this is the right side. Okay, let's squish all these up here onto my needle. Do the first few stitches in garter for my edge. Okay, now here's where we're going to be undoing all these wraps, all these yarn overs. So basically we're just going to slip that first stitch purlwise and let those 3 yarn overs drop off of your left needle. And then we're going to slip the next one. We're going to do that for all 6 of those loose stitches. So that's 2, 3, 4, some more of my fabric onto my needle. Sometimes it's hard to get it on there with all those wraps on there. Here's number 5. And here's number 6. Okay, so now I have 6 really loose stitches on my right needle. Be careful not to let them fall off, like I just did. Okay, so now we're gonna wrap all of these 6 stitches to make like the middle of the flower and make these loose stitches turn into like little petals. So in order to do that, I'm gonna take my working yarn to the front like that. And then I'm gonna slip all these 6 stitches back over to my left needle. Then I'm gonna take my working yarn and move it to the right and back. Then I'm going to slip all 6 back over to my right needle. Now you can see here that that wrap kind of gathers those 6 stitches all together like that. Now you can pull it tight, but don't pull it too tight, because if you pull it too tight, then this row will have not enough give and your fabric will get bunched up. So you want it tight, but not too tight. And then you're going to purl the next stitch. So purl. Then you're going to do the same thing all the way down the row with all of your flowers. So you're going to slip and let those 3 yarn overs fall right off of the left needle. And then slip, let the yarn overs fall off. There's 6 of these stitches. Get them all. Those fall off. I kind of encourage them to fall off by moving them with my middle finger of my left hand. And then there we go. Got all 6 of them. Okay, so I have all 6. Now I'm going to bring my working yarn to the front and then slip all 6 over to my left needle. Bring my working yarn back and slip all 6 to my right needle, and then pull it just slightly. So I'm gathering those stitches together, and then purl the next stitch. Now you're going to have like this little string that goes between the daisies, and that's fine. It'll actually be kind of hidden because these will spread out and it'll look like another one of the petals. Okay, let's do the last one. So let's slip them and let those yarn overs fall off. Slip. There's 3. There's 4. There's 5. And here's 6. Okay. And now I'm going to slip them. Whoa, look at that. I almost lost a stitch. Look down here. I'm going to catch that before I lose it all the way. Catch that. And I got to put this yarn back onto that stitch. That's where it belongs. Ooh, that was a close one. Let's see, I wanted to go through this way to make this a pearl. So we're going to go down. There we go. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now I need to move my working yarn to the front. Slip them to my left needle, or move my working yarn to the right and the back, and slip them over to my right needle. Give it a little bit of a tug, purl the next stitch, and then I'm going to garter the rest. Okay. Now we have 3 daisies started. Now comes the next row. And this is where we're just going to knit through all of the stitches. And you'll see that the little daisies kind of spread out, the little petals. So we're going to knit through all of them. And it, you know, if your daisies get mixed up on your needle, you know, like if this one gets switched over with one of the other ones, it's okay because they're kind of gathered in the middle and you won't even, it won't matter. A lot of times when we have lots of stitches on our needle, they kind of get flipped over each other, but for daisy stitches, it doesn't matter too much. So just knit through all of them. Seems really funny too because they're really loose, but it'll all work out in the end. There we go. Now I'm going to flip it over and you can see these pretty little daisies. Okay, going to kind of move those stitches down and stuff. You can pull down on your work too to like make the petals kind of settle into where they need to be. Okay, and then I'm going to do one more row with my orange color so you can really see how much that those little daisies will pop. So I'm going to use orange and just knit one row. And as you can see here too, I did not cut my orange yarn. I just left it on there. I'm just carrying it up the side since there's only 4 rows of that daisy pattern. I didn't feel the need to cut it, especially if you're using a lace, a really tiny lace yarn like I used in my Marguerite stole. You won't even notice that little tiny bit of yarn going up the side there. Okay, so let's knit this row and we can see what these daisies look like. How much they pop. They really pop when you use contrasting colors like this orange and blue. Okay. You can find the Marguerite stole on expressionfiberarts.com. That pattern is there if you would like to make that pattern. Or you can just use this daisy stitch for a pattern that you create. Or maybe an insert on the bottom of maybe the bottom of a sweater. That'd be cute. There you go. So you can sort of see how the daisies kind of pop a little bit. They look flat on the top here because all of my stitches are like flat onto this needle. They're all aligned straight. But as you work your knitting, the knitting will kind of gather around and it'll become more of a circle on the top like it is on the bottom. You can see here. All right, that's how you make a daisy stitch. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed learning how to make the daisy stitch today. If you enjoyed this video and you would like to be notified when I make new videos, please hit the like button and the subscribe button. Have a great day and happy knitting.